What's up, guys? Ben Wise from ZOAR Fitness here. Today we're going to be talking about some gymnastics and basically just understanding body orientation and center of mass and how your body's going to move through space. If we understand this better, it translates into more efficiency for us when we actually jump on the bar or on the rings. All right? So we're going to start with pull-ups or chest bar. Again, they're just basically the same thing with just a little bit more height on the chest bar, but the movement itself is the same. Right? We got gymnastics kip and a butterfly kip. Gymnastics kip being the one where you're, again, kind of opening up and pushing away at the top like this. Butterfly, where you're, again, kind of moving through space continuously and you never actually change directions, right? So the biggest difference here is in both of these, your center of mass is basically going to be moving up and down, right? Yes, there is back and forth movement like that is generated, but it's from your body actually kind of offsetting itself. So if, for example, feet are on one side, upper body's on the other, and then they'll switch. So that your center of mass actually doesn't travel forward or back. If it travels forward and back, that's where we start to get that swing that's a little bit awkward and uncontrollable. So for the gymnastics kip, you're going to see that your shoulder through space traces a C, right? Where again, you're going to be pushing away at the top, and then you'll get that lat and pull away, kind of push away with the lat at the bottom, and you're going to be creating that shape, right? Whereas the butterfly kip, you're actually going to start with the exact same motion, but rather than changing directions at the top, you pull through at the top and create a circle, right? So you finish that circle, right? So the gymnastics kip is where you create that C, and because you have to change directions, it's slightly slower. That's why we see more high-level athletes who have the skill do the butterfly kip, because it's continuous. You don't actually have to change directions, right? So again, both of those, the center of mass, though, just goes straight up and down. If we go into the muscle up, it's actually also true with the rings that your center of mass is basically going straight up and down, right? Again, that forward and backward movement of actually of the rings and of the whole system is not a good thing. It becomes really awkward and something that you see happen a lot on long straps, which is why most athletes prefer shorter straps, because they don't get as much forward and backward momentum because you're working against that. So again, with the rings, you're going to go straight up and down. Yes, you're manipulating yourself around the rings. You're generating kip, which again, body segments are going to offset each other, just like the pull-ups, right? So the kip itself is a little bit more natural in the ring muscle up for a lot of people, even though they can be more aggressive on the bar. And this one, they have a harder turnover. Typically, the actual kip itself tends to be better on the rings, right? However, most people tend to get the bar muscle up first just because it's a more stable implement. However, the thing I see that happens the most with the bar muscle up in terms of the kip is that people don't understand that you need to generate some horizontal momentum, right? So if we start out from directly underneath the bar, and this is the bar here, and we start out directly underneath, and we don't create any horizontal momentum, we try to go straight up and we kind of get stuck on the bar, and maybe we get over top of it, but it's much more challenging, right? Versus if that's the bar there and this is the ground, right? We want to start a little bit behind the bar so that we can jump forward and create that shape, allow our momentum to carry us underneath, and then ultimately it will create a swing where we go around and up on top. So your momentum starts off going through, and then you'll come back around and end up on top of the bar, right? So again, with the rings, you're going straight up and down. With the pull-ups and chest bar, you're going straight up and down. But with the bar muscle up, you need that horizontal momentum. If you start directly underneath the bar, unless you have a very good pull, it's going to be extremely challenging for you to get out, around, and ultimately up on top of the bar, right? So you need that horizontal momentum. The best way to do that is starting a little bit back from behind the bar, jumping up to it, allowing yourself to get pulled into the hollow, pull into arch as your body's kind of coming through, and then ultimately you'll pull back into hollow and snap up on top of the bar. Right? So just thinking about different shapes, thinking about gymnastics, the better we understand these, again, the better it's going to translate to efficiency for you and your athlete, or if you are the athlete. Right? Feel free to let me know if you got any questions. Head over to ZOARfitness.com, search muscle ups. We got bar and ring breakdowns of both those movements, really good guides. Helped a lot of people get their first muscle ups, and we also have your first muscle up program. That's the title of it, right? Go there and check it out if you're working on your first muscle up. Good luck, guys. Let me know if you got any questions.